Thank you all for being here today. I'm going to do my informative speech. How many of you like food, like to eat? I mean, you can't live without eating, right? Today I'm going to show you how I make my version of chicken chimichangas. I have a lot of Hispanic culture in my background, as most of you know because you're my family. So Mexican dishes were always a priority kind of main dish in my family. I'm going to tell you the ingredients that I use and combine and make a few examples as I talk. So first few things you're going to need are boneless, skinless chicken breasts. That's easiest for you to use. You can use pre-made, pre-cooked chicken like the rotisserie chicken from Walmart, whichever way you want to do it. I use about 2 jars or cans, if you can, your own salsa of restaurant style salsa. Also, I use at least 2 cups, maybe a little less of cheese, depending on how much you're making. Today I used 5 pieces of boneless, skinless chicken breast. Sometimes I use 8, just like I said, depends on how many people you're cooking for. Also, the spices I've used are garlic powder, onion powder, and cumin, with comino, whichever. And big tortillas, and you're going to need a dish, baking dish, either glass or metal, size doesn't really matter. So first you're going to want to take the chicken and wash it, rinse it off, pull off most of the fat. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't like the fat clumpiness in the shredded chicken. When it's done, it'll probably take about 30 minutes or to internal temperature of 165 degrees. I take the chicken out of the pot, drain the water. I use a hand mixer to shred the chicken, either way you want to do it. I know people use forks. There's some claw hands that you can use. I just think a hand mixer is easier shredding the chicken. You get all the chicken shredded up and you put the spices in there and the restaurant or the salsa. After that, you kind of mix it up. You can put some cheese in it as well if you want. After that, you can take, this is where the tortillas come into play. Take the tortilla. I'm going to put a little bit of rice at the bottom. A little bit of rice. And you take the chicken mixture. About a spoonful of both of them. Fold them in, and you kind of just fold them in. Roll it around and fold them in. I'll do another one. Do rice first. Chicken. And fold it in, fold it over, and then kind of tightly roll it. Now you can use this for, you can use just the mixture for nachos, or add other things to your mixtures, and use your own style salsa that you make, or can, or buy a different kind of salsa, whichever. Roll it up. What I do to top it off, I take some olive oil and just on a little brush, just take some and kind of brush the top of it. That way it'll get a golden brown finish on it. You can use Some people, I believe, use butter. I like to use olive oil. But then you're going to put this in the oven for probably about 20 minutes. I do it on 350 degrees. Everything's already cooked. You just want the cheese melted and it to be crispy on the outside. This is a good example of the golden brown that it would be. I like to have sides with my chicken chimichangas, refried beans and rice, but you can do whatever sides you think will go with the chicken chimichangas. I have guacamole on the side, some sour cream to put on top, and some queso cheese. One thing I would like for y'all to take from this is to add another dish into your life, your weekly meal if you do a weekly meal, or a cheat meal on the weekends, because it's not the healthiest, but it's still good. So once again, this is the way I make my chicken chimichangas. Thank you all for your time.